especially in the third period there. Were you expecting that? Were you surprised by that? I mean, did they play a little more similar to the way you guys play?
Style of play, I think it came down to they were skating. Seemed to be more desperation and urgency in their game. It was a simple game. The first 10 minutes I thought was pretty good. I thought both teams were checking well and trying to establish their games, and then we got off of our game and started turning pucks over. And again, when you do that against a team like that, they'll make you pay, and not necessarily make you pay off the rush, but what they do then is they feed off that, and pucks are getting deep, and now the momentum is starting to turn, and that's the way that it was. I thought our goalie did a great job to keep it a 1-0 game, but we clearly didn't do enough to generate many opportunities.
How deflating was the own goal, maybe on the bench or in the building? I know Blake was just trying to redirect that. Sidney Crosby standing on the other side there, but was was there kind of some life sucked out by that?
Some life I think might have been, but I still think the bench reacted, in a positive way about that. There was still lots of hockey left, but over a 60-minute game, and you have to give credit to Pittsburgh and how they played and how they checked, and I think they, teams that have won have a lot of pride, and I think they came out of last night's game, even though they won, I think they felt like we outplayed them and outbattled them and outcompeted them, and it wasn't going to happen 2 nights in a row. So they were ready to go. They stuck with their game, and for whatever reason, after the game in Pittsburgh, 60 minutes of a lot of the good things that we did in that game, because we did do a lot of good things. We spent a lot of time in their zone, won a lot of the battles for pucks. There was little to none of that tonight.
Todd, you've had stretches this year where you're playing good hockey, and I'm thinking about that first 10 minutes you mentioned, and the Toronto game, where you're playing good hockey but not generating a lot of shots. What can you do to get that element of your game going when most of your game is already going?
I think simpler through the neutral zone. These guys do a good job of clogging up the lanes, and if you try to make plays through the neutral zone, moving laterally through the neutral zone and lateral plays through the neutral zone, I think it feeds right into how they want to check. And too many times we were too stationary in the neutral zone. When pucks did get in, we weren't able to get a forecheck.
No disrespect to Bob, who's obviously a Vezina winner, but nights like tonight, is Curtis earning more minutes maybe?
Well, yeah. I mean, based on his play, I thought he was great. Disappointed that we wasted a performance like that. Their goalie, young guy, we didn't test him. We didn't do nearly enough, to make things difficult on him, whether it was pucks at the net or whether it was bodies at the net.
Todd, you switched things up in goal and then at both ends of the ice, tweaked some things, some new pairings on defense. Was it effective, or was some of that lacking? Did you feel like it helped? Did it not?
Well, in hindsight, when you look back as a coach, we were trying to do some things maybe to get more lines involved offensively. And, you look back and did it help? I don't know. It certainly doesn't seem like it did tonight based on what we weren't able to accomplish in the offensive zone. Defending-wise, I thought we defended hard. There was some desperation, but really the desperation came when there was a mistake made or there was an opening for Pittsburgh. Then we showed some desperation, but I don't think we had the desperation, when we climbed over the boards to start our shift.
This is off topic, but this club's going to host the All-Star Game in 2015. I know you're a champion of this building, this city. How heartened are you by the fact that we're finally going to get one?
It's great for the city. It's great for the city, great for the franchise. There's great fans here. And it's a great city, having lived here now for close to 3 years. And I know what it means to the city, and I know what it means to the fans to host a great event like the All-Star Game. The best players in the world are going to be here. And I know the NHL will put on it'll be a great event. And, the game, is kind of the pinnacle of it, but there's lots of great things that go on with the All-Star Game, and it's obviously very disappointing when you're ready to host the All-Star game and the lockout hits. But it was a great announcement tonight for a lot of people, the businesses, the local businesses that help drive this city. It's great for the organization. It's great in a lot of different ways.
Did you know before tonight that the announcement was going to come?
I did not.
So
I did not.
Did you find out when Bettman said something?
That was when I first heard it, yes. Thanks.